Welcome to the Family First Retirement Podcast with George Politarhos. For more information, visit betrayawealth.com. Now, let's get to the show.
My name is Mark Owens, and George, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm doing really well, Mark. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Sweating out there in this beautiful heat we have. Isn't it great?
It's here, buddy. It's happening.
Oh, Lord.
My face looks great. I'm a sweater. I call it, as we're going to get to a good conversation about taxes here in just a couple of seconds, but I call it a convenience tax this time of the year, where I know the power bill may be a little bit extra, but I will crank that AC down at night so I don't wake up sweating.
I get it. You're like Leslie. I'm cold at nighttime, so I have, yes.
Oh, wow.
I know. You look at me and think this big burly guy is always hot. I mean, I'm hot, but temperature-wise, I'm a little chilled out.
Oh,
so,
no,
yes.
no. Well, because I'm warm-blooded by nature, so I'm always hot. Thank God our daughter, she gets that from me. And then the bride's going through premenopause, so she's having hot flashes. So we need to keep it cool. And
you're all together.
We're all in this
You're all in the same body cycle. That's great.
Betrayawealth.com, P-A-T-R-I-A, betrayawealth.com. And, George, I know every week you get calls from people who simply want to know, George, what can you do for me? And a specific call from one of our radio listeners last week that wanted to talk about just that, taxes. How did that conversation go?
Yeah, we had a radio caller call in, and I hear about you all the time. I want to see what you're going to do for me specifically about this tax issue I have. Mm-hmm. First time I ever paid taxes, and I have a little bit of a problem. And when I hear that, Mark, I'll be honest with you. The first thing I think about is this is a person that has used TurboTax for all these years.
Yeah.
And now when they owe money for the first time, it must be the TurboTax's problem or there's an issue. So when people come in, we're here to help you with a financial plan to get there. I am not an accountant. Let's call a spade here. But I can literally look out my door here and I can see Ernie's door. That's part of the package that comes with being a client of Betraya Wealth Group. Once we sit and start working together, then we will help address those issues and we'll help you be in the right place. But it comes along with that. What's nice about working with myself and my team here at Betraya, Mark, is what I can do for you is actually answer the telephone. That's pretty important. Mm-hmm. When you sit there and you have a problem or a question, it's not an AI thing. It's not trying to figure out. It's actually calling saying, George, I have a problem. And as a matter of fact, we were just getting ready to start the show, and we had to delay a little bit. One of my clients from Pennsylvania just called me. Her mother died this morning. And after she called her 4 brothers, siblings, she called us. Because she says, what do I do now? That's our job, to help you go through and take those steps. We're not just there for the good times. We're not just there when you have the retirement party or the daughter or son's wedding or graduations or christenings. Unfortunately, we're there for the bad times. When Janice called me, I'm brutally upset about the passing of her mom. Mm-hmm. But I'm so blessed that she thought about, I need help and I know who's going to take care of me. How are we going to get the paperwork done? How are we going to get the death certificates done? What's my next step?
Yeah.
And that's what my job at Betraya Wealth and my family's job is, to help our family members be in the right place. But it's not just unique for Janice. That's part of my big fat Greek family, folks. When you give us a call at 302-330-2166.
To answer the question, and I know this may sound like a cliche, but I don't care. What can you do for me? I can be there for you. Building retirement strategies, always thinking about taxes, income, risk, but more than that, when something happens, call me. How can I help you out through the good and the bad times? And I want you to go back on that, what you mentioned about what can you do for me. So when we have that initial consultation, that first conversation, where do we start?
We start by, obviously, you and I sitting down together, either in person here at 501 Silverside Road, or we're going to do a Zoom call or a phone call. And we're going to see what your wants, needs, and desires are, what you're trying to accomplish. Where are you in your life? Because a 30-year-old has a different life trajectory at this time than a 60-year-old. After we get that together, we'll start taking the next steps if it makes sense. Because, folks, it has to make sense.
Yeah.
I don't want you to sit there and think, I'm doing something just so I can spin my wheel, so to speak. You're doing something because it has a reason behind it that's logical and gets the questions I have answered and moving in the right direction. One thing I'm very proud about, Mark, and I'll be honest with you, is that we are not a transactional firm. Transactional firm is you work with someone, they sell you something because this piece of paper is perfect for everybody.
Yeah.
So when you come in, this is the right thing for you. That's not the way I run my business, my family, and my practice. What we do here at Portrayal Wealth is we have the availability to build a plan around what your wants and needs are. I have 26 companies I work with I can represent. One of those 26 is going to fit into what we're trying to do. And if it doesn't, thank you, but at least you got the information you need.
That's right.
We are going to be in contact with you, not just the day we do the product, that we move forward as a partnership, not just when the contract that we do gets issued, but then we're going to start all the other additional. We're going to be talking about the wills and trusts. We're going to talk about the long-term care. We're going to talk about tax planning. We're going to talk about college planning. We're going to talk about income plan. My job is to make sure you have all those things laid out. The first page is all the accounts you have with us, where it's at. Now, you can do that online, too, and we're going to get you logged in so you know where it's at. But that's a hard copy. I am that kind of person when I go to the beach or vacation, Mark. I still love to read a book and hold it in my hands. I like the feel of it, the touch, the texture. And I think a lot of people like to see things very black and white per se. And that's what we do with that first page. The next page is a note to your beneficiaries. Because like Janice, when something occurs, you're not thinking right. I mean, I lost my dad when I was a young man. I was 27 years old. Folks, I was in a blur, losing someone you respect so much and not having them. I wasn't thinking straight. I thank God I had my older brother and sisters and my mom still with me because I couldn't do anything. Your mind goes different ways, and that's what that's to do. It's a note to my beneficiary saying, if something happens, call George. Mm-hmm. Then obviously we list all your contracts and everything inside there. And that's something we update every year when we have our annual review. But it's about having that contact, having that comfort zone. It's like, Mark, Leslie and I have something at the house that it could be 100 degrees out today, right?
Right.
And I'm watching TV. We have the ceiling fan going. I probably have the sliders open in the back so that I hear the pond. I put a blanket on me. I call it my crack blanket because I could be wide awake, jumping around. I put that blanket on, and it's like in 2 minutes, I am snoring away. It's a comfort zone. I feel at ease.
Your safe space.
That safe space. That book is your safe space. That book is like your Bible where you know everything's at, and when things are bad, open it, and that's who I speak to. Last time I checked, AI can't do that for you.
That's
AI
right.
can't sit there and hold your hand. It's about building relationships, building family ties, and becoming part of a family. Give me a call at 302-330-2166. Folks, we've all had those moments, Mark. We've all had those times when things just didn't feel right. I didn't know what to do. Call me, and we'll help you make the choices you need. 302-330-2166.
And you were speaking about Janice, who recently called you after her mother passed away. And I think that's an opportunity to have a conversation about some of the challenges that females face to and through retirement. 70% of women will be gray divorce or widowed. So let's talk to the females out there about some of the challenges that they face, but most importantly, how you help them in retirement planning.
I truly believe that women truly are the stronger sex. Mm-hmm. By far. Nope, there's no ifs, ands, or buts in my opinion. They are the stronger sex in so many ways.
Amen.
But I think they've been underappreciated by society in so many facets. Mark, I know you and your wife and Leslie and I have jobs in our house, like most couples. You know, we have Leslie's in charge of everything, and I'm in charge of just paying the bills. She's the boss. But we also talk about finances. We talk about retirement. We know where our money is. We do that together. Not a lot of couples do. And when that time comes and you're working with someone, I'll give you a prime example. I have a couple that were married for 35 years. They had their financial advisor, they had their 401k, and they dealt the same person for all this time. He passed away. Tim passed away. And it's a terrible situation. But when Jennifer spoke to the advisor and said, well, what are we doing? Don't worry about it. Tim knew what we were doing. This is what Tim wanted to do. So many times the advisor is friends with the husband.
Yeah.
And doesn't talk to the wife because guess what? We have jobs in the house. Mm-hmm. We have I always say we have a starting quarterback. And then you have that left tackle and he knows his job, but not anything else. That's what a family is. The husband, in my example, the husband is the quarterback. He knows the income plan. He knows the tax plan strategy. They know the expense plan. They know retirement. They know when they're going to turn Social Security. And the wife is just sitting in the bleachers, per se, hanging out, not knowing everything. And then when the husband dies or get divorced, the wife is now put in a position that she or he never wanted, never trained for, had no idea about how to get better with this. That wasn't her job in this case. So they're lost. And the financial advisor, who's the coach, is saying kind of like, just sit there and have a bonbon. It's okay.
Yeah.
I know what Tim wanted to do. That's when you really need to speak to someone else and get that second set of eyes involved here. Because ladies, you have so many different needs than a male counterpart does.
I want to put myself in that advisor's shoes who's talking to the lady. Maybe he feels like he's doing the right thing by saying, hey, look, don't worry. We got you covered. We got you taken care of. We got a plan put together. But that's not fair for the wife in that circumstance because, all right, I'm glad you got me taken care of, but what does that mean?
I truly blame that. And I maybe this is wrong, Mark, and you tell me if it's wrong. I love my wife. And I'm doing what I think's best for us. But doesn't she need to know what's going on, make sure it's truly what's best for us?
Yep.
When we meet folks, I want us to be together, the three of us. So there's no misunderstanding. We're all on the same page. We know how this car is moving forward and how to get in the right place. It's so important to understand that because we talk about how a lot of times I have to act like a marriage counselor.
Yeah.
Tim wants to sit there and go X, Y, Z, and the wife, Sue, wants to do the, narrow.
Yeah.
We got to find that medium ground. And having the spouse together on those meetings, having the spouse included in the income plan. Where's the money coming from retirement? Well, we have 2 Social Securities. Great. We're going to have a pension. Awesome. We're going to pull money from here. That's important. What's the tax strategy? How are we going to do Roth conversions? What makes sense for us? How are we trying to keep more money in our pocket and give to the federal government? Let's be on the same page. I come from a big Greek family, and I am the youngest out of 5.
Okay.
I'm the second boy. I am the youngest out of 5. And I say second boy because the families in my culture, the Greeks, the Italians, in that cultural, usually the first boy is the only one that matters. Look at The Godfather, right? Sonny is the only thing that mattered. I am the younger brother, so my brother's always in charge of family decisions when we were growing up. Do you know what it's like to feel like you don't matter? Your thoughts don't count.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of spouses feel like. That's a terrible way to feel, folks. When you sit down with me at Portray Wealth, I want you involved in this. I want to make sure we are on the same page. And when you have that financial advisor that doesn't do that, pick up the phone and call me at 302-330-2166 because you do matter. I've lived that life of not feeling like I don't matter. You do matter. We're going to be inclusive in this decision. I want to make sure you're on the same page because this is your money. We got to work together. Call me and we'll do this together. We're
talking to the widowed female, single, gray divorce, or just maybe have some concerns and want to know more about your current financial situation. I'm going to give you a couple of concerns here, George. I want to tell me what you find most common for females in retirement that may be widowed. Is it outliving their savings? Is it health care? Is it long-term care? Is it all of the above? What do you find that is traditionally the biggest concern?
I think it's an all-inclusive. I'll give you the biggest concerns I have. One thing we talk to couples, if you're the same age as your male counterpart, ladies, relatively same health, statistically speaking, you will outlive your male counterpart 6 to 8 years. So guess what? You have higher medical expenses in retirement because you're living longer.
Right.
How about this part? I just said earlier that women are truly the stronger sex by far. No questions asked. With that being said, I also think women as a rule are more compassionate. I know I have a head cold and I'm under the blanket. I'm, Les, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And Leslie just gave birth to our second son. She's up, doing everything.
I got a tummy ache.
I know Leslie's going to take care of me. If I'm sick, I have Leslie to take care of me.
Right.
And I'm truly blessed. But when I'm gone, who's going to be left behind to take care of Leslie? Now, our boys are great young men, beautiful people. I know they'll take care of their mom. But that's a concern. That's why I think long-term care is so important for people. Another thing is most women took off time if they had careers to raise the family, take care of family members that were sick, parents. They're out of the workforce a little more. So their income in retirement, their Social Security in retirement is different than their male counterparts, even if they had the same incomes. That's a concern we need to address and see how we're going to do the right planning, especially for Social Security if you're married. When are we going to turn hers on compared to his on?
Right.
Because when he dies, you don't get to keep both of them, right, folks? Only one of them gets to stay. How about the concern we all have, I think, is living too long? Whoever thought being around too long would be a problem?
Yep.
But we're living longer. So I'm worried, and most of my clients are worried about this, Mark, that I don't have enough income to last for the next 30 years in retirement, next 90,000 hours in retirement. Am I going to have enough money to go forward?
Yep.
That's what working with myself and my team here at Portray Wealth is going to help you with. We're going to take those steps to make sure that that gray area of retirement is gone. I love black and white. I can see it, I can feel it, I can smell it, I can taste it. Having the certainty or better understanding of where we're going is so important. Did you ever drive down a country road? It's late at night. It's foggy. The GPS goes away because you're in those down zones.
Yeah, dead zone, yeah.
You don't know where you're going. And aren't you a little concerned? Aren't you a little agitated, right? The stomach's turning a little bit like, oh, where am I going? I'm getting lost. That's retirement when you're not sure about what tomorrow looks like. I love driving down I-95 with my GPS working, knowing that I'm going to make a right down here on, Churchman Crossing to get to where I need to go. That makes me feel comfortable, at ease. That's what having a precise retirement plan means, folks. It takes away the stress. It takes away the uncertainty. It gives you a visual of what tomorrow's going to look like. That's what I do at Portray Wealth every day. We help you have the insight to go forward and know how we're going to succeed in our goals. Call me at 302-330-2166 or go to Portray Wealth, P-A-T-R-I-A wealth.com. Let's schedule that no-cost, no-obligation meeting.
Leave your checkbook at home. That initial consultation, no cost, no obligation. It's funny as we were talking about our wives and how much we appreciate and respect our wives. I don't know if you noticed this, but I looked down for a couple seconds and I just sent Gretchen a text. Hey, baby, hope you're having a great day. Thank you. And she's like, what did you do? It's like, I didn't do anything. I'm just saying, hey.
What trouble are you in now?
Yeah. I'm like, can I not just say, hey, George just inspired me to send you a text. What? Why you always got to think I'm in trouble? By the way, do we have any bail money? Speaking of, how do I transition bail money into the Bets for Vets charity golf tournament coming up? Because there's no telling how the day may end because, man, it is a lot of fun. We are about 2 months away. Coming up on Monday, August the 24th, Rock Manor Golf Course. It is the Bets for Vets, our second annual charity golf outing. Things are starting to come together. Things are starting to be put into place, George. We've got some of these foursomes starting to fill up. How excited are you getting? It's going to be here before you know it.
It's August 24th, Monday at Rock Manor Country Club. One of the things I think most important to me is really taking care of people. And taking care of these veterans and saying thank you to these men and women who have sacrificed so much for us is priceless. It's a night out where we have a lot of fun.
Yep.
We don't take ourselves too seriously.
Nope.
We get some free swag and some good camaraderie. And we do a great thing to help people. The money we raise goes directly to the bottom line, to the local food banks, to therapy dog payments, anything to help our veterans out, because we forget about them. We treat them as if they're second-class citizens in my mind, which is completely
unacceptable.
Wrong. And that's what Bets for Vets is all about. You can go onto our Facebook page, make a donation if you don't want to play. We understand we need volunteers. We need things that are going to be appreciated. Come on out, meet the great Mark Owens from the Atlanta Braves. We have some swag coming from the Phillies, hopefully, from Red, White, and Blue. We have a great putting contest. Mark.
That's where it gets dangerous.
Yes.
So it's let me paint that picture real quick. So it's a full day of golf, and let me tell you something. For the price that you'll pay for a foursome, that includes a round of golf with the cart and lunch and cocktails and prizes and dinner, you could not buy this individually. a la carte.
Absolutely.
But for the all-inclusive price, and then at the end of the day, after we've had it doesn't matter if you're a scratch golfer or a hack golfer. It doesn't matter. The end of the day, they fill up the putting green with all of these great prizes. They may have some booze out there. They may have some new golf equipment. They may have some just some things we're working on. And essentially, you make a donation, and then you get the putt. And if you hit it, you take it with you.
And then we have an auction afterwards. We have some really, really cool things.
Yep.
I know we're doing the radio show, folks, because our radio listeners, we also do a video for this. And I'm holding up a signed autograph ball that we got from Aaron Nola from the Phillies, which is going auctioned off. It's about just giving back and saying thank you.
Yep.
Thank you to the men and women who left their families, went away, they've seen things that we're not supposed to see to give us the right to be doing stupid stuff like playing golf on a Monday morning.
Amen.
Monday afternoon. Every cent adds up. As my mother would say to us in Greek all the time, bean by bean, the pot slowly fills. Every little donation, you may think it's not a lot.
Yeah.
$5, $10, $20. Before you know it, it adds up to be significant, and it can actually help change people's lives.
We did it last year, had so much fun. It's only going to be bigger and better this year. Save the date, August the 24th, Rock Manor Golf Course. Get all the information at betrayawealth.com or give them a follow on Facebook, PATRIA, Betraya Wealth Group on Facebook for more information, or even more simplistic, 302-330-2166. Really looking forward to this event. I took 2 days off of work to come be. I know it's on a Monday, but you better believe I took Monday and probably should take Wednesday off as well. But
probably, and you're going to be here Saturday or Sunday, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I cannot wait. This is such a great event.
Insurance and annuities offered through George Politarhos, Delaware Insurance License Number 1373121. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties.